In 1429, France had almost ceased to exist. The English held Paris. The Treaty of Troyes had declared their king the rightful ruler of France. The real French heir, the Dauphin Charles VII of France, ruled a shrinking territory south of the Loire and was known as the King of Bourges. No money, no legitimacy, no momentum. And then a 17-year-old peasant girl arrived at his court. Her name was Joan of Arc. She didn't bring an army. She didn't bring a strategy. She brought a message. France was meant to win. At this point in the war, that belief was more powerful than any weapon. The English were besieging Orléans, the last major city blocking their total control of the Loire. If it fell, the Dauphin's cause was finished. Joan went there, not as a commander, as a symbol, and everything changed. French troops who had spent years retreating started advancing. Assaults that had always failed suddenly succeeded. In May 1429, the Siege of Orléans was lifted. For the first time in a generation, France had a victory. Here's the line that defines the moment. Joan didn't change the army. She changed what the army believed. She pushed for something even more important than battles, the coronation. The traditional site of French legitimacy was Reims, deep in enemy-held territory. The march there should have been impossible. Instead, towns opened their gates. In July 1429, Charles was crowned King of France in Reims. That ceremony destroyed the Treaty of Troyes, because now there were two crowned kings, and one of them was physically in France. Joan was captured in 1430, sold to the English, and executed in 1431. She died before the war was won, but by then, she had already done the one thing France had lacked for decades. She made the war about the country, not the dynasty. Here's the line that closes her story. Before Joan, France was a kingdom fighting for a crown. After Joan, it was a people fighting for their country. From that moment forward, the outcome of the war was only a matter of time. In the next episode, we'll see how Charles VII turns that momentum into victory building, the first permanent royal army in France, and finally driving the English out. If you enjoyed this trip down the rabbit hole, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Smart History for Dumb Times.